I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
You know you crossed the line when Ice Cube, yeah, the same dude who penned No Vaseline, one of the hardest diss tracks in rap history, takes a break from his billionaire grind just to clap back at you?
Hey, put hands on you, give you real black eyes. Come on, don't do that. And that's the truth. I mean, you could trust me. I've had about enough.
But that's exactly what happened when Aries Spears ran his mouth on Big Boy's neighborhood. And it wasn't just a light jab. Aries came for Cube's whole existence. His acting, his music, his legacy, all of it got torched. He called Ice Cube trash, both as a rapper and as an actor. Cube wasn't about to let that slide. He fired back saying Aries is irrelevant, not funny, and nowhere near the top 10 in black comedy. Cold, right?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know if
But wait, it gets messier, because then 50 Cent saw the clip, and you already know, 50 can't resist roasting somebody who's already spiraling.
Cube is a motherfucking lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan of him lyrically or acting-wise.
Really?
He's the same.
How much time we got left here? Because should I just tell him to leave now?
Let me tell you, Rich Chuck did a great joke. He goes, here's Ice Cube as a gynecologist. Hey, Miss Jenkins, I looked at your chart. Now get up on that thigh.
That's racist. I don't know how it's racist, but what you just did.
This man lives for chaos. What started as a chill segment, just some good old rap rankings and barbershop-style debates, went straight off the rails when Aries opened his mouth. The second Ice Cube's name came up, Aries jumped at the chance to tear him down. No hesitation, no filter. And that was just the beginning.
The greatest lyricist. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that said, tear the club up, you wanted to tear the club up. Dear mama, you wanted to hug your mama. When you think about lyricism, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, Jadakiss, my lyrics spitter.
Aries didn't just clown Cube. He dragged It Was a Good Day, one of the most legendary West Coast anthems ever made. That's sacred ground. Even Big Boy's co-host tried to ease the tension and laugh it off. But Aries, he wasn't done. He went all in with a weird impersonation of Ice Cube as a gynecologist that ended with a line so awkward, the whole studio froze. Aries was cracking up, but nobody else was. It was silent. But Aries couldn't stop. Mocking Cube once wasn't enough. He kept pushing, kept going off script, while Big Boy and the crew were clearly trying to move on. Then, just when you thought he'd chill, Aries went even further and took a reckless swipe at Tupac too. Whoa! Aries Spears didn't just throw shade, he straight up violated the whole West Coast. That's how you get yourself blackballed in this game. For real. And the wild part?
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list. Right. I don't ever put Pac up there with the...
Aries knew exactly what he was doing. He even looked straight into the camera mid-rant and practically dared folks to cancel him. And the blowback? Immediate. One fan tweeted, "I love Aries' skills, but bro, the Ice Cube slander is a no-no." Another said, "This is why Aries ain't got no weight. Talking like Cube or Pac wasn't lyrical is wild."
I saw a comedian speaking kind of bad about you, man.
Who is this?
Aries Spears.
Oh, that dude?
Yeah. He said nothing else.
Is he a comedian?
Yeah.
Because he ain't never made me laugh, so I don't know.
Sounds like he's salty New York lost the crown back in the 80s and 90s. But what Aries didn't see coming, the actual legends he dissed clapping back. Usually big names just ignore the noise and keep it pushing. They let the small timers talk. Not this time though. Ice Cube wasn't having it. Cube stepped in like a boss. He questioned if Aries was even funny, even relevant, even legit in the world of black comedy. But he didn't stop there. Cube went for the jugular. He downgraded Aries' whole career from top to bottom, no mercy. Let's not forget, Cube's no rookie. He's been running this game for decades. From ghostwriting for NWA, to dropping No Vaseline, one of the most savage diss tracks ever, to producing Friday and launching the Big 3 League, Cube's got receipts all over the map. He's a certified mogul. But even after all that backlash, Aries didn't back down. He actually doubled down, like the whole world didn't just tell him to chill. He came back on camera, still talking wild, still throwing shade.
You know what he said?
What'd he say?
He said it was nothing about you impresses him. From movies to rapping, nothing at all impresses him. And I'm like, wow, like what?
Suckers usually don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that you know, they usually don't like me when they coming from that angle. That's cool though. You know, everybody got their opinion and they all stink. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's cool. You know, he entitled to his opinion. It's the feeling is mutual. You know, I don't think he on anybody's list of top 10 comedians. You know what I mean? In the black community for sure. I don't even know if he's on the register with us.
Like mocking Cube once wasn't enough. But here's what Aries failed to clock. This wasn't even just about Ice Cube anymore. While all this chaos was popping off, somewhere in a luxury hotel suite, 50 Cent was watching it unfold on his phone, locked in, grinning. Because Aries, he had words for 50 too. Just when everybody thought 50 Cent was gonna sit this one out, he popped out with a video so sneaky, so petty, fans clocked it immediately. He didn't drop no names, but that shot, that was aimed straight at Aries Spears. Classic 50 move. Call someone delusional without even saying their name. But wait, why did 50 even bother?
Hey man, I gotta listen to this. Nah, this hot right here.
Let's be real. This man got no shortage of work. He's out here producing Power, BMF, running liquor empires, closing TV deals, and killing it on tour. So what made this Aries situation so important that it showed up on his IG? Here's what folks forget. 50 and Ice Cube go way back with real mutual respect. Cube was one of the first people in Hollywood to co-sign 50's acting and producing hustle long before the industry gave him his props. And 50, he's always shown Cube love in interviews, giving him flowers on record. But Aries? He's exactly the kind of dude 50 loves to clown. Loud, wild, full of opinions, but with nothing recent to show for it. So yeah, 50 showed up with that heat. He posted, "Check my temperature. I'm ice cold. The hood left the left side of my chest froze. Need help with your bills? I'll write you a referral-ish. Might even get you a love contract."
Ice Cube was on when I'm just watching. Music,
and
all of it.
Movies, all of it.
Yeah. I never really seen Ice Cube in films that weren't his. You know, like he kind of produced the vehicle that he was in. And it wasn't like he was just being an actor in someone else's film.
Ouch. The shade was deep. Aries felt that. Next thing you know, he's on another emotional rant, this time against Cube again. You could tell he was still salty about Cube clowning him earlier. But instead of keeping it 100, Aries flipped the script. He started saying, "I respect Ice Cube as a man." But then in the same breath, he claimed Cube's never done anything impressive. Like what? That ain't an opinion. That's a full-on contradiction. That's when people really started tearing Aries up online. Not because he had a hot take, but because he kept flip-flopping and acting like the victim when folks responded. One fan wrote, "You can't talk slick and cry when somebody claps back." Another said,
I'm the poster child for the world's biggest hater. If you look up the word hate, it's my picture. When did we get to a point where unless your opinion, and last time I checked as human beings, we're all allowed to opinions. At what point does it get to where unless your opinion is favorable about a person or a thing and goes with the flow of everyone else, you're a hater? I don't understand that.
You got the right to your opinion, but after that corny skit, you're not valid. Ice Cube a made man. But this is where it really started to sting, because now the smoke Aries caught wasn't just about Cube or 50, it dragged him back into his darkest chapter. And once that door reopened, Things got ugly, fast. Let's rewind to 2022. Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears got slapped with a lawsuit that had the whole internet shook. The accusations? Disturbing. The case involved a sketch where a kid was left alone.
Somebody sent me a clip where Ice Cube responded. He was on a radio show and the dude played him the snippet. And the first thing Ice Cube says is, well, most suckers don't like me. Then he goes on to say, I never heard of this dude. Then he finishes by saying, well, he's just not funny. Well, you can't have it both ways. If you don't know who I am, how do you know if I'm funny or not? So you can't have it both ways.
With a creepy adult played by Aries. The whole thing was shot in a way that made everybody uncomfortable. It wasn't just off, it was deeply unsettling. And it didn't stop there. The moment that clip hit the internet, Twitter went into flames, people were outraged. Even the Shade Room posted the footage, and if it lands there, you know it's serious. The backlash was instant, brutal, and loud. The case was eventually settled and the video vanished from the web, but the damage? That never faded. That stain on Aries' name is still there.
And for the record, I respect Ice Cube, the man. I respect Ice Cube in terms of what he's brought to the game. He's one of the pioneers. So hats off to him. Said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. I never attacked him as a man. I never attacked him in terms of his character. I said I wasn't a fan of his artistry. Why am I not allowed to feel that way? Why is that? And then secondly, it's always funny. People call me a hater because they love to highlight when I say I don't like something as though I don't have love for anything.
And people haven't forgotten. So what did Aries do? He slid right back to his go-to spot. Every time he popped up, it was more rants, more whining about being blackballed, and more comparisons to Kevin Hart, talking like he should be just as big. But fans saw through it. He was talking way more than he was working. The pattern was clear. Aries wasn't trending for his comedy. He was trending for controversy. No roles, no sold-out tours, just viral beefs, messy interviews, and digging up old wounds hoping someone still cared. But wait, there's more. Behind the scenes, Aries has a whole reputation. Multiple former castmates have come forward saying he was tough to work with, full of ego, always trying to outshine everybody in the room. That me energy, it followed him everywhere. So now with the Cube and 50 drama lit up, all that old baggage came crashing back down. Yeah, Aries Spears can do impressions. He can light up a crowd with some quick jokes. But the truth? He never had that Chappelle moment, that legendary breakout that shifts the whole culture. And when you miss that shot, that bitterness starts to show. It eats at you, slowly. Now let's flip it. Why did this whole beef blow up in his face? Simple. When you take shots at Ice Cube, you're not just clowning a rapper. You're going at a pillar of the culture. Let's break this all the way down. No Vaseline.
Did you call me?
Oh, yes, Uncle Pete. Can you watch TJ for me? I need to run to the, I gotta run some errands. I need to go to cleaners, and I should be coming back. Okay?
All right, baby.
Thank you.
Easily top 3 diss tracks of all time. Period. Friday? That's not just a movie, it's a movement. A comedy classic that launched a franchise, created unforgettable characters, and became a rite of passage in hip-hop culture. Big 3 League? That's a whole professional basketball league. From scratch. Now it's backed by real NBA legends and heavyweight investors. And before all that, Cube was penning bars for Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, ghostwriting the blueprint of West Coast rap, while still a teenager. That's decades of legacy right there. Now stack that up against Aries Spears. What's his biggest cultural impact? A couple Mad TV impersonations, some mid-tier stand-up.
What's the equation will never be satisfied. Why? Because some other mother will come along that'll take and blow the world up, and you'll want to be that. And then some other will come around and have as talented as you, or possibly more, and then you're going to get upset because again, you focus on everything that is not you.
Hold up.
Everything you want,
Wait a minute.
but not what's in your present space.
And now, Going viral for dissing legends on podcasts and looking pressed in every clip. No real wins, no lasting legacy. That's why fans had Cube's back without hesitation. And the final twist? Right after all this mess, Cube posted a teaser cast list for the upcoming Final Friday movie. And guess whose name was missing? Yup, Aries Spears. Nobody ever said Aries was even being considered, but the timing had fans convinced that Cube just sent a message loud and clear, you're not getting cast where it counts. So yeah, Aries wanted to go viral, and he did. But not for the comedy, not for the craft. He's trending because two legends called him a nobody, and the internet didn't disagree. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What's your take on this whole mess? And trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. See you on the next one.